Hello guys, and we are here today at the farm in San Andres Romblon, and we will show you the plowing and planting of rice. Plowing rice fields is an activity undertaken by farmers to soil the ground before planting rice. In ancient times, plowing land usually used buffalo power. Traditional plow made of wood and plow's eyes made of iron. To be strong in rolling the ground and connected to the carabao to pull the plow.
Umpisa po tayo ngayon gagamit ng araro. Traditional paggamit kung paano maglinang o magsaka ang isang magsasaka. Gamit ang araro at kalabaw. Guys, yan po. Naka-under na ng ating start na. Okay na?
Carabao used for plowing traditional ceremonies are usually a tame and strong carabao to plow the soil. By plowing rice fields we can flip through the soil or mud to soften. Land preparation is important to ensure that the rice field is ready for planting. A well-prepared field controls weeds, recycles plant nutrients, and provides a soft soil mass for transplanting and a suitable soil surface for direct seeding. Land preparation covers a wide range of practices from zero tillage or minimum tillage, which minimizes soil disturbance, through to a totally puddled soil, which actually destroys soil structure. It typically involves 1. Plowing to till or dig up, mix, and overturn the soil. 2. Harrowing to break the soil clods into smaller mass and incorporate plant residue. And 3. Leveling the field. When preparing a field, use a carabao to speed up the plowing of the soil. The plow is required to pull by carabao as the farmer maneuvers the plow's handle. After plowing, the next thing to do is to level the soil using flattening tools. It's a way to level the ground and make it look clean. With plowing, it's intended that process which allows to remove horizontal clods from the soil. The clods then will be rolled over and destroyed in order to bring the soil back to its original phase, helping the passage of organic substances, providing space and nutriments to the new crop. Plow, also spelled plow, most important agricultural implement since the beginning of history, used to turn and break up soil, to bury crop residues, and to help control weeds. Here we can see that he is plowing the edge of the paddy field so that the water can pass through, and after the edge of the paddy field is plowed they will prepare the harrowing for the next plowing in the wet field. Using this harrowing helps to bury the remaining plants. The second step is harrowing, also known as secondary plowing. This involves breaking down the soil into smaller, minute particles. It is often accompanied by rototilling, which further smoothens the density of the soil, which is suitable to make a good seedbed for the crops. After a field has been plowed, a harrow will break up the soil, digging up weeds and shallow-rooted grass. This allows for the stimulation of growth, with the teeth of the harrow digging up clumps of soil and producing an even seedbed. Harrowing removes dead thatch, lifts vegetation up, and levels any mole hills. Its job is to allow air movement and root aeration, which helps the soil to breathe and improves water infiltration. It reduces disease by exposing fungi and bacteria to sunlight, which is essential for the health of the pasture. They do that so that the grass left behind can be cleaned and to level the ground. This is the life of a farmer who endures the hardships of plowing to alleviate the need and to have food to eat in the next months. Plowing the paddy field is easy, but it will take a lot of time to finish. Our farmers are hardworking and endure hardships for their families. With plowing, it's intended that process which allows to remove horizontal clods from the soil. The clods then will be rolled over and destroyed in order to bring the soil back to its original phase, helping the passage of organic substances, providing space and nutriments to the new crop. Plow, also spelled plow, most important agricultural implement since the beginning of history, used to turn and break up soil, to bury crop residues, and to help control weeds. Harrowing is a form of tilling, which is one of the best final measures you can do before you plant your seeds. Because harrows offer a fine, even layer of soil, your crop rows will be ready for seeding much quicker. This fine soil is also easily susceptible to the spreading of manure, which helps cultivate the growth of sowed crops. This is when C. Ferreira, a handsome farmer who works hard with his batchmate Otoy, who is also a hard-working farmer. It shows how to harrow, and harrowing is easier when the soil is wet. Did you guys see that? He works hard, so let's support him on his YouTube channel. What are you waiting for? Subscribe now. This is what the farmer said why they are making a small canal on the side of the paddy field.
Jonathan, si Sir Jonathan, nagtatapyas ng pilapil at nililinis niya ang pilapil para dyan dumalo yung tubig, para kapag nagsabog tanim, ang ibig sabihin, hindi malalanta yung punla, bakot dito sa daan. sa gilid ng kaya gumagawa ng kanalita o malit na kanal si Sir Jonathan. Sir Jonathan, kaway-kaway naman dyan.
They do this so that the remaining water in the middle will come out, and for that it will pass out, or they will make a seedbed, and this we can see that there is no water in the middle because he made a small canal to pass the water. Therefore the field is ready for planting. Here you can see that there is water flowing in the small canal because later it will be ready for planting. And finally, this is our handsome farmer vlogger when C. Ferreira plowing with a hand tractor, and here we can see that plowing is faster when there is a machine. Hand tractor is used to pull a plow and harrow in preparing a large area of land. Hand tractor is used to pull a plow and harrow in preparing a large area of land. The most common use of the term tractor is for the vehicles used on farms. The farm tractor is used for pulling or pushing agricultural machinery or trailers, for plowing, tilling, disking, harrowing, planting, and similar tasks. A power hand tractor is a small two-wheel tractor powered by a small gas engine, usually 6 to 10 horsepower. These tractors are usually equipped with a rotavator attachment. Hand tractors are guided by two handlebars, similar to bicycle handles, which are controlled by the farmer. On heavy soils, these types of machines will be much slower than the full-size tractors, but are very effective and will save the farmer much time and labor. An advantage of small tractors is that once the farmer has become familiar with this type of machine, most of the maintenance and repairs can be done right on the farm. Power hand tractors can also be used to turn cover crops, green manures and soil conditioners into the soil. Standing crop residue can be turned and chopped effectively into the soil with these machines. Hand tractor is a manually operated tractor tilling machine used for cultivating a bigger area of land. It is also popularly known as power tiller, which is attached with high-powered motorized horsepower engine two-wheel tractor controlled by an operating person walking behind it for propelling a tractor ahead. A tractor is an engineering vehicle specifically designed to deliver a high tractive effort, or torque, at slow speeds, for the purposes of hauling a trailer or machinery such as that used in agriculture where tractors are available. They can be of great assistance to the small farmer by reducing the farmer's work and saving time. Heavy soils may require plowing and cross-plowing a few times to be well broken. And, usually harrowing is done last to refine the soil after plowing. Sometimes a tractor is available with a rotavator attachment. The rotavator is made to plow and harrow the land in one operation. There are tractor attachments for preparing beds and furrows for the planting operations. This equipment can help the farmer greatly, leaving only planting and cultivation for hand labor. The most obvious disadvantage of large equipment is that it cannot be used on hillside lands. Also, the use of large machinery does not allow intensive cultivation of land. But there are some forms of power machinery that are very suited to intensive cultivation and sloping lands. Rice crops can be either direct seeded or transplanted. In direct seeding, seeds are sown directly in the field. While in transplanting, seedlings are first raised in seedbeds before they are planted in the field. In traditional rice cultivation, rice is sprouted in a nursery. Sprouted seedlings are then transplanted into standing water. With direct seeding, rice seed is sown and sprouted directly into the field, eliminating the laborious process of planting seedlings by hand and greatly reducing the crop's water requirements. Transplanting is the most common and elaborative method of crop establishment for rice in Asia. Rice seedlings grown in a nursery are pulled and transplanted into puddled and leveled fields 15 to 40 days after seeding. Rice seedlings can either be transplanted manually or by machine. Manual transplanting is done either at random or in straight rows. In the random method, seedlings are transplanted without a definite distance or space between plants. The straight row method follows a uniform spacing between plants. The seedlings are transplanted in straight rows. After a few weeks, Wen Si and Otoy will take care of their farm and they will spray against weeds or pests. In a rice field, hundreds of species of insects, spiders, and other organisms are linked in a food web. Many insect pest problems in tropical rice have been found to be disruptions of this food web by weather extremes, cultivation practices, and pesticide use. Based on scientific evidence, it is questionable whether routine insecticide treatment of rice is needed to protect the crop. In surveys of rice farmers in the Philippines, untreated fields yielded as much as fields treated with 1 to 5 or more pesticide applications. Sometimes pesticides can even cause pest outbreaks. Chemical fertilizers are the main input for high-yielding rice cultivation globally. Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium are the most applied nutrient for rice production. Rice plants grow to a height of 3 to 4 feet over an average of 120 days after planting. During this time, farmers irrigate the rice fields using the method that best fits that field or farm. The traditional irrigation method is to construct earthen levees that follow the contour of the land and flood the field with about 2 to 4 inches of water, which is maintained over the growing season. And finally, guys, our hardworking and handsome vlogger Wency Ferreira will harvest rice using an old-fashioned harvesting tool. And after he harvests this rice, that will be gathered and put in the threshing machine. Harvesting can take place manually or mechanically. In manual harvesting, workers collect rice plants from the rice paddies using sharp knives.
We are here now for threshing. What can you say? Do you want to thresh? Just comment down below, guys. Threshing is the process of separating grains from the stalk by beating. The grains are weakly attached to the stalk, therefore, they get separated from the stalks when stalks are beaten on the ground. Threshing is part of harvesting, the process of collecting the mature crop from the field. It includes cutting, hauling, threshing, cleaning and optionally field drying and/or stacking or piling.
After the rice is threshed, it is ready for rice milling. We are here now for rice milling. Rice mill is a food processing facility where paddy is processed to rice to be sold in the market. The entire product is procured from paddy fields, milled and processed hygienically in modern machinery and dust-free environment and cleaned through sorting machines.
And finally you finished watching it, and thanks to you guys, thanks to our video editor Jebs TV for editing this video. Thanks guys for watching, and for more videos don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.